Hey, today I'm talking about The Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It is a prequel set during the 10th Hunger Games, and if you forgot, Katniss's first Hunger Games is the 74th one, so you can do the math on how far in the past this is. This film stars Tom Blythe and Rachel Zegler. It also features Viola Davis, Jason Schwartzman, Peter Dinklage, and Bern Gorman, as well as a number of other actors that you would recognize. And the basic premise is it has been a decade since the Civil War ended, and people aren't sure if the Hunger Games are really doing what they're supposed to be doing. Well, along comes this kid named Snow, who comes up with a couple ideas to shake things up. And it's really good. I really enjoyed this movie. I kind of went in with lower expectations because it didn't have great reviews. It didn't have bad reviews, but it was more middling. But I really enjoyed it. It definitely focuses a lot on the Hunger Games aspect, which makes sense because that's kind of what people really want. And it is a very exciting time, though I did anticipate a bit more like pre the games stuff, but I understand why they didn't, because they needed to make room for the second half of the story, which is everything that happens after the Hunger Games. But yeah, no, I thought it was a very interesting story told well. The performances of the two leads were great. I in particular really loved Rachel. I've loved her in everything I've seen, and I understand why they picked her. I didn't realize she was gonna sing a lot in this, and she of course crushed it. She did an accent which was really spot on. The consensus online is that it has more of a rushed ending, a rushed second half, and I can definitely understand that. There is one really important emotional point at the end that I'm like, whoa, we just went from one thing to another real fast. The logic was definitely there, but we needed more time to emotionally get there. So I can definitely understand people saying rushed. I really do feel like this movie could have easily been 2 films, especially because like I saw this with my brother who read the book, definitely also enjoyed this, though he had more issues with the second half because there's a lot of stuff about like loose ends. It's a really big deal in the book, but they kind of sort of gloss over it in the film adaptation, which isn't great because we kind of needed to not gloss over that. But for me personally, like it garnered so much goodwill with me so that by the point that it hit a sour note, it didn't taint the entire experience. Like, yeah, that moment wasn't handled the best, but I still had such a good time with everything else that I don't really mind that there was one bad moment. I still thoroughly enjoyed this movie and would totally recommend it. It's a really good movie done almost entirely really well. You don't need to have seen the other Hunger Games to watch this one. There are a couple things that you would pick up on, but like, it's fine. So you can either go into this completely fresh, or if you really want, you can rewatch the other ones. I do think that will add something, but the other Hunger Games are kind of a mixed bag. But I do definitely think that this film is worth a watch. And now for my ranking, I put this at number 28 in the really like section. And this is a total of 73 new movies so far this year.